I'm being forcibly removed from the building again of a public lobby.
So if you want to take off that gun and badge, I'm happy to scrap with you one day.
Sir, please, is there anything I can do, sir, please? Don't do this to my wife, man. You don't know what you're doing to my family, man. Please, I'm begging you. I'm literally where am I going to put my feet? Sir, I'm begging you, please. Please. Please.
You want to do it, let's do it. Let me know, buddy.
That is not a crime, and you're telling me to get out of my vehicle.
Do you know where Lieutenant Mingus is right now? So, no, he's not in the building?
I don't know. I'm not.
What do you know?
Okay, I don't want that man taking my picture. Why don't you take him out of here?
Sir, you hit me.
I'm gonna do
You
that
hit
next.
me.
Okay?
Sir, okay, now
you take my picture then. I don't know you.
I'm not telling you nothing else until I find out who's driving that vehicle. You not a supervisor, bro. I need somebody higher than you right now.
I didn't break the law. I'm not going to be found guilty of anything. This is a waste of time. If you guys want to know who I am, I'll tell you who I am. Okay. You want to know what I'm doing here? I'll tell you what I'm doing here.
If you didn't know, I went to the police academy and they kicked me out.
That's my purse! I don't know you!
Spit me on my face right now. She spit in my face.
Please, sir, please don't make me sleep in jail tonight, sir, please. I'm begging.
We're not criminals!
They're going to make me sleep in jail.
Why?
Sir, please. Please.
Dude, please!
Sir, please.
Oh my
Come
God,
on, man.
don't do that to him!
You guys don't know what you're doing to me, man.
Why? Where are you
Stay right here.
Oh man,
Ma'am, ma'am.
You guys really don't know what you're doing in my life with this, man. Seriously, please.
We really haven't been getting a lot of support from the community. You know, we need help getting hotels. We've pretty much got the food and gas covered, but if there's any way anyone can help out in any way, guys, the hotels, the fees have really been killing us. You know, we don't make $1 million. We don't make a whole lot of money. But if there's any way anyone can help out, please. We couldn't do it without you guys.
Today's video takes us to Rahway, New Jersey, to the motor vehicle testing facility, where Sean runs into a bit of a problem. Doesn't he always? He refuses to take his hands out of his pocket while talking to the police. Then he wants a supervisor. Not happy with that supervisor, he wants another supervisor, but doesn't get it. And in the end, oh my goodness, well, I'll let you watch the end. We're going to sit back, watch, and enjoy.
Today we're at the Motor Vehicle Commission here in Rahway, New Jersey. We're here today, as always, to peacefully exercise our First Amendment right to film in public and publicly accessible areas, to promote transparency and accountability within our government, and to ensure that our public servants recognize our rights and treat us with respect.
Moments later.
Somebody coming this way.
You can't record on this. You're recording.
Yeah.
You cannot record. There's a sign right here.
Yeah, I saw the sign.
Turn it off, please.
Who are you?
I'm the supervisor. Turn it off, please.
Supervisor for what? For the motor vehicle?
Turn it off. I'm going to get security and the police.
You can get whoever you want, ma'am.
Turn it off, man.
Why are you getting so upset? Excuse me, ma'am. Why are you getting so upset?
Well, after doing this for so long, I know what Sean's going to say. He's going to say that policy doesn't trump law, and it doesn't trump his rights to the First Amendment of the Constitution. I'll say one thing, though. I like the way that supervisor slammed the door in Sean's face. Wasn't that lovely? Well, let's see what happens next.
Wow. She was upset. As long as I've been doing what I'm doing, ladies and gentlemen, I'll never understand why they're so triggered over a camera. It makes zero sense. Absolutely no sense here.
You gotta get off the phone. You can't be on the phone over here.
Who are you?
I'm an officer.
Officer
and I
what?
work here. Officer Gonzalez.
Yeah.
And you're not allowed to be
Officer
on the phone.
Gonzalez, you know, I could use a little less of that attitude you got there.
She's telling you to stop,
You're acting
you
a little bit
respect.
extra. Yeah,
respect what she's telling you.
Okay.
Do you
how does that?
Here? Are you gonna take a test?
How does respect equate into what I'm doing?
Because she's telling you to turn the phone off.
I'm all right. So think about your logic here, Officer Gonzalez. I could tell you respectfully just go about your way and go back to doing your job?
Because this is my job. This is private property.
Your job is not to tell me what to do.
Yeah.
This is why Sean has so many subscribers. They tune in to watch him stand up to people and be a smart ass. You know, that's all good and well, except it's uncalled for. It's really uncalled for. You're supposed to be out here protecting American freedoms, and all you're doing is being a smart ass in the process. Now, any fool can do that. Well, Sean's certainly qualified, right? He's a fool.
No,
private property.
no. Your job is not to tell me what to do. Your job is to do whatever it is else you're supposed to do. I'm not sure what your job entails.
It goes with it.
To tell me what to do? No.
No, you're in private property though.
This is not private property.
He's telling you not to turn the phone on. What you was recording?
I'm recording everything that I can. Anything that I can.
Are you taking a test or somebody else is taking a
Well,
test?
I don't have to answer those questions. You guys are both, coming at me with you guys are being disrespectful, not me.
No, you being disrespectful. She's telling you she's a.
But I don't have to listen to her, and respectfully, I don't have to listen to you or her, ma'am. I don't.
You want me to call Broadway police then?
You can call whoever you'd like. Yeah, I don't have to listen to them either. No, the police are not going to come and get me. I don't have to listen to them either, ma'am.
What are you recording then? I mean, honestly, what are you recording?
You right now.
Yeah, you have to respect what she's telling you.
I don't. I don't have to respect what, especially when she's telling me something that I don't have to do.
What did she tell you?
She told me to stop recording.
What is you doing here?
But that's like me telling you anything. I would never dare. I would never dare. At this point, I don't want to answer any questions. At this point.
All right, that's enough of that nonsense, because you know how Sean talks in circles. Let's get to the part where the police show up, and he's still going to talk in circles, but, this is very telling what he says. Let's give a listen.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
Hi, how are you, ma'am?
Good, how are you?
Doing good. Can I get your name and badge number, please?
Sure, I'm Officer Maloney. Can you take your hands out of your pockets for my safety?
Oh, my hand in my pocket's not for your safety.
Yes, it is. It's for my safety, sir.
It's a little chilly out here. I don't have any weapons on me.
Sir, can you check them? Because I don't know what.
You cannot just check me. You can't
Sir?
do that. You can't go in my
Sir?
pockets. I don't consent to searches or seizures. Hey.
Sir, take your hands out of your pockets.
You can't tell me to take my hands out of my pocket. What? It's not against the law to keep my hand in my pocket. It's cold out here. It's a little windy out here.
Do you have a weapon?
I don't.
Show me
I'm telling you I don't. I'm not going to show you my hands, man, because that's not against the law.
Talk to you over here.
You can't just search people. What's wrong with you?
And this is exactly how people get hurt around the police. We've seen it play out how many times in America where somebody doesn't want to do what the police ask them to do, and what happens? They wind up getting hurt. Maybe tragically they don't make it. And then they want to sue the police for everything they have. All you have to do is cooperate with the police. I don't care what you think, Sean, or anybody else. If you have a complaint, you file that complaint and you go to court at a later time. But you do what you're supposed to do when the officer tells you to do it. That's the way to stay safe.
Can I speak to a supervisor, please?
Yes, we're going to call one.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
5 minutes later.
Hey, Sergeant. How are you, Sarge? Hey, Sarge. If I can speak to you for a minute. Thank you.
His hands out of his pocket.
Well, that you got to do for my safety and if
Sir.
you want to speak to me, take your hand out of your pocket so I know I'm safe and you're safe.
But sir, you have 5 officers
I don't
here.
care. That doesn't matter. I've done this for a long time. They're asking you to take.
But you
your
can
hand.
see that I don't have any weapons.
I can't.
Yes, you can.
No, I can't.
Yes, you can.
No,
Does that look like? Does that look?
Just show me your hand. Then.
But no, but it's a power thing.
I'm not going to entertain that.
It's a power thing. It's a power thing.
I'm asking to see your hands the way you can see
and
mine.
you can see what's in my pocket.
No, I can't.
You can.
I'm not asking to see what's in your pocket. I'm asking to see your hand.
This situation reminds me of Floyd the Frauditor. You remember old Floyd always had that itchy back and kept one hand behind him at all times? I can't think of anything more dangerous. When you're being approached by police, you always want to show your hands, put them in plain view where they could see them. How many people have been shot around the country within the last couple of years for just that very reason, not showing their hands? I remember that one guy in Cincinnati said, yeah, I got a concealed weapon, but I got a permit. And as he reached for his permit, we all know what happened. Yeah, keep your hands in plain sight. End of story.
So if I took my hand out of my
There you go.
pocket and
So
then I
now-
put
there
my
you
hand
go.
back in my
Well,
pocket,
If you want to put it back in your pocket,
that
I'm gonna
makes no
pat the
sense.
outside of your pocket to make sure there's nothing in there. So do you want to take your hand out of your pocket, or would you like me to pat your
I would
pocket
like. I
so we
don't
can talk?
consent to any searches and seizures. I would just
I'm
like
not
to speak to
searching
you.
or seizure. I'm not taking anything from you. I'm going to make sure I'm safe. They're safe.
Everybody's
we're all
safe. What is wrong with you? Everybody
there
is
isn't anything
safe.
wrong with me. You asked to talk to me.
Yeah, and
so now I'm here to talk
and I'm here
to
to complain. Excuse me, let me speak, please.
I'm not
here.
gonna,
I'm here to issue a
Until
complaint.
I see your hand out of your pocket.
I'm here to issue a complaint for the same exact
you take your
thing.
hand out of your pocket.
Let me speak to your
no,
supervisor.
I am my supervisor.
No, you're
I'm
not.
the road supervisor.
No, you're not. There's
Yes, you
a
are.
lieutenant above you.
No,
I don't like frauditors, that's a fact. But I don't like people like this who always want to speak to somebody higher. It's like a lady in a fast food restaurant. You know, she gets the assistant manager, then she gets the manager. Now she's not happy and she wants the corporate information. Right. You know what, man? I just don't like people like this in the world. Always want to cause trouble for somebody. You wanted a supervisor, you got one. Shut your mouth, Sean.
He's on the desk. He's not on the road. So if you want to go inside, we can go speak to him.
You are giving off a horrible example for your police department.
I'm not giving a horror.
Because my hand is in my pocket.
Hand out here so I know everybody's safe. I don't know
Everyone
you
is
don't know
safe.
me.
I don't know you, but yeah, you have a gun. He has a gun. He has a weapon.
With it.
Okay.
My hand's not near my gun. So all I'm asking
It doesn't
you to
matter.
take so I can
I don't
talk
have
to
a
you.
weapon. It doesn't matter.
Well,
so
you
you
can
should be able
say
to
that.
call people. You should be able to talk to people
I'm trying
that have
to talk
their
to you.
hand in their
Well,
pocket.
no, that's not. And once, if you want me to pat it, and then I can be sure there's nothing in your
I don't
pocket.
consent.
Okay. Well, but then I'm not going to speak to you till I know what's going on. So what's the deal? Is he here for any testing?
We don't know.
Okay.
He's just walking around recording. I even asked him and he refused to answer.
Okay.
Can I get your name and badge number, please?
Sure. It's Sergeant Dayon.
My name is
Dayon 1138.
Sergeant Dayon. My name is Sean. I'm an independent journalist. I'm working on a story here at the Motor Vehicle Commission.
For what?
Pardon me, Sergeant, but if you allow me, I will explain. The lad is there gathering content for his lame YouTube channel. He's have over 450,000 subscribers who buy into his nonsense. And of course, he makes buku money. That's right, buku money, okay. Yeah, he's making a fortune. I hope he's saving some of that money because this is not going to go on forever. And eventually, most states will pass legislation to stop all this nonsense. You hear me, Sean?
You have their you have their permission to be here? Did you
I don't
talk to
need
their
their
supervisor?
I don't need their permission to be here. This is public property.
It's not public property in that sense.
It is
No,
public
it's not.
property.
It's public property if you're here to conduct business.
No, it's
if
public.
not, they can tell people they don't want to service them or they can't be on the
No,
property.
they can't do that.
Yes, they can.
They can't do that.
Yes,
You're
they
wrong.
can.
I've spoken to the Motor Vehicle
Well,
Commission.
we're going to go speak to their supervisor since they're on their way. We'll find out. If they don't want you on the property, you can go film from off their property.
This is public property,
It's not
sir.
public property.
It is
in
public
that
property.
Sense. It's public so that everybody can come
This
here
is
and go
owned-
to DMV.
Government property is public property.
The way you're
Yes, it
using
is.
They don't want you.
Government property is public
if you're
property.
making them uncomfortable and they don't want you here.
So you
can
can kick me out of your police station?
Can I?
Yeah, can
if
you?
I have to, or if there's a problem?
If I'm recording.
Recording what?
If
You
I'm
could sit
recording
there and
inside,
record.
okay then, so I can sit
But
here
I'm
and
not.
record.
This is that, but that's my department.
It's
That's
not your
my
department,
home
it's the
base.
people's department.
If they're saying they don't want you on the property,
It's
that's
the-
going to be their decision to sign
That
complaints
would
against
be-
you and do that.
yeah.
That's fine. I mean, that's
Yeah.
where we'll take it since you don't want to.
And you'll be violating my rights, and then I'm going to hold you accountable. I promise you that.
Oh, yes, indeed. Sean's going to hold him accountable. What are you going to do, Sean? Take him to court, sue him? What are you going to do? He's going to lose his qualified immunity? What are you going to do? You going to take his house and his car and maybe his wife and his firstborn child? Yeah, whatever. Hey, we're going to have to speed this up a bit because it's still got another 18 minutes to go. We're not going to watch 18 minutes of him whining. Let's speed it up.
11 minutes later.
Can you do me a favor? I'm over here talking to my partner.
I understand.
You can't interrupt my conversation.
I don't want to interrupt your conversation.
Step away from me. You want to film over there, film me. But don't get any closer to me. I'm speaking to my partner. It has nothing to do with you right now.
Everything that
It
you're
has
talking
nothing
about,
to do with you right
everything
now,
that you're
Sean.
talking about in
Step over
public
there.
is
Do
my
not
business.
Get closer to me. Thank you.
Everything that you're talking about is my business, sir. Sir, this is public property, like I told you before. If you want to have a private conversation, I suggest you go. I suggest you go in private and have that conversation, sir.
Sean, I don't know about your 10 followers or whatever you have on your line, but you don't have any business in my conversation.
You're a tyrant, sir. And like I said, if you have a conversation you would like to have,
your tens and tens of followers.
my tens and tens of followers.
Oh, I do like this sergeant. Tens and tens of followers. How I wish that were true. Yeah, Sean's got probably the biggest Frauditor channel going right now. Yeah, I think he's bigger than that guy out there on the West Coast, San Joaquin Valley. Yeah, Sean's been growing by leaps and bounds because he dupes his subscribers into thinking that he's doing something to protect American freedom when he's not. He's a grifter. Yeah, he's a grifter. He's always been a grifter, but let's carry on.
Go in, get her information. I spoke to her. She doesn't have a separate complaint. Okay. So they're gonna. The supervisor said if he wants to roam around and do his thing, he can do his thing. Okay. That he hasn't done anything beyond what their spectrum is. So we're done. So get her information. All right, we're done.
Well, they do have a sign that says you can't record, but it's an unconstitutional sign. Very unprofessional, Sergeant. I'll be issuing a formal complaint against you and your officer, and Officer Maloney. I will be, and the people will hold you accountable. I promise you that. The tens and tens of followers and subscribers.
It's a pleasure to serve. I love you.
You just got to be less scared. Not everybody wants to hurt you, officer.
Well, here's a question for you, Sean, since you know everything. How will the officers know who wants to cause them harm and who are the good guys? Yeah, because looking at you, I can't tell. What? Am I supposed to know if you're a good guy or a bad guy? Use your common sense, Sean. Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. You don't have any common sense.
Way to represent Rahway Police Department. Way to represent. The people will see it, and they're gonna hold you accountable. Yeah, my tens. You're not gonna be that famous. I only have tens of followers. According to the sergeant. Take care, Sergeant. You'll be hearing from me soon. We're definitely filing a formal complaint against this sergeant and this officer here. They don't know the difference between public and private property. They don't know about our constitutional rights. It's sad. Completely sad. We're gonna wait for them to do their walk of shame, because they were definitely shameful here today, and then we're gonna be getting out of here. I'm glad you got educated today, Sergeant.
Well, that's enough of that nonsense. You know, I can only listen to his voice for so long before I just can't take it anymore, and that's it. But you know what? Look at this interesting graphic on the screen here. I started covering him when he had 120,000 subscribers. That's been about a year ago. He's got 4 times that many now. More than 4 times that many people he has suckered into his channel. I just don't know why people watch his channel. I don't get it. Well, at any rate, if you enjoy watching idiots, imbeciles, and morons on my channel like Sean here, please subscribe to my channel. As always, thanks so much for stopping by, Sean. Why don't you consider getting a real job, baby boy? Cheers to that.
Oh, you assaulted me.
I did.
You assaulted me. She assaulted me. Racist. Oh, that's a hate crime. You're being disorderly. Call the police. Call the police. Call the police.
I'm not sitting down. I refuse to sit down. I refuse. Big tough guy. Big tough guy. Big tough guy. What are you gonna do about it? Nothing. Nothing. You can come try to make me. You're welcome to try to make me. Take a swing. Take a swing.
What is the reason for calling the officers here?
You'll go to jail, bro. Go ahead, put your hands on me. Bro. Put your hands on me.
No reason to have.
I'm really unhappy that somebody did this to me.
We'll arrest you for trespassing in a minute.
On public property?
Yeah, we're asking you to leave and you're not leaving. That's trespassing.
She's right in my face, guys. You just assaulted me, ma'am. You can't come up and touch me like that.
You don't have permission to film me in any space.
I don't need permission to record you in public, ma'am. No, that's the law.
Salam Alhamdulillah. Allahu Akbar. Haknuikanda Kra. Ula wala, fufatay!